Well, heck, I can't do this. Okay, so I'm doing this share screen. Frack. Cancel. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Hi, Kat.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Well, that was a big fail. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this again. Okay, so okay, if I do this, no, that's the wrong thing. If I do that, image file, share screen, window. Okay, so that's not it. Um, I can't do this. Okay, okay, that remove. Well, okay. So, everyone, thank you for being here. It is Sunday, March 22nd, 2026, and we're glad to be here. Hell, I'm glad to be anywhere. How's your weather, Auntie C?
My weather's doing pretty good. And while we're on here, wouldn't you know it, my damn phone is trying to ring and I'm ignoring it and they just refuse to hang up.
Maybe it's
Hold
something
on.
important. Okay.
No.
No,
I looked
no.
at the, the caller ID does not show a person, so I never answer.
Ah. Ugh.
Oh, now the moment I was going to step out into temperature of 30 degrees, they hung up.
Oh,
So
phew,
it's like, oh, and it's a warm 30 degrees, I'll tell you.
dang.
Okay, so yeah, the weather's been wonderful. It's been 37, 36, 34. Today it's 30. Tomorrow it's going up to
Phew.
36 again. And I every day I've been noticing the snow sinking down more and more and more. And I'm starting to see patches of ground.
Yay.
Ah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
boy, finally,
yeah,
finally, you're getting
yeah.
oh, well, we're in the middle of a heat wave. Right
Oh,
now at noon, it's 78 degrees, but it's been, we've been in the 80s, almost 90s, but mostly the 80s the past week or two.
mm-hmm,
Woo! And after I was cold all winter, and then
mm-hmm.
suddenly, I woke up and I was sweating. What the hell
Mm.
is this? I haven't had sweat come off me for a year. But, yeah, so now we're having hot stuff going on. Okay, I
Well,
finally go ahead.
I was just going to say embrace the sweat. And then after that, just, yeah, put fans on and put your fan on and point it towards me. I need the snow to go away. I'm
Oh,
done.
okay. Well, okay, so now I figured out how to do this.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
so I'm gonna okay, we have the cricket in Times Square, the tan okay, here we go. You guys, this played on television for years. It was about, don't be a jerk, don't pollute, all that stuff. But anyway, this was Iron Eyes Cody, with a big tear because he's crying about pollution. But I want to ask about Iron Eyed Cody. Okay, so here we go.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. people start pollution, people can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet, Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
I wonder if you could still do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm looking over on YouTube, and all I'm getting is one of those spinny things. I wonder if it's showing on YouTube, because I'm not showing that it's God, I hope this isn't a big fail. Oh, well, we'll know afterward.
Yeah, well, I noticed in the past, maybe a week ago, YouTube seemed to be kind of glitchy for everybody.
Ah,
So, yeah.
huh.
Yeah, like you said, we'll find out in a week or so.
Yeah.
So I remember that commercial. That was pretty normal.
Yeah, but the thing is, Iron Eyes Cody isn't Native American.
Really?
He's like either Armenian or Italian, or
Oh.
something, and bald, bald, bald. That was a wig.
Mm-hmm.
But Iron Eyes Cody, he was in a whole lot of movies portraying himself as an Indian, and it came out later that nah, he wasn't.
That's like Gray Owl. They discovered after, I think after his death, that Gray Owl from the 1800s
Mhm.
was never, he was an Englishman.
No kidding.
He had
Huh.
he just came over to this continent, was doing the trapping and everything else and living that real trapper rugged lifestyle, and I guess he wound up living among the tribes. I don't know which tribe he was adopted into their tribe.
Huh.
Gave him the name of Gray Owl. He was such a conservationist and a naturalist back in the day, well before his time, kind of thing. And yeah, they realized that he was born in England, and
That is too funny.
right, isn't that crazy? But you know what? At the end of the day, he too he became a prominent figure and was trying to put the word out.
Yeah, well, hey, whatever worked.
You know what?
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but even that commercial, that was very I don't know what the right words are for it, eye opening in its day. When
Yeah.
back when ecology was all the big rage and everything else. But look at us now.
Just look at us now. Are we any better?
Mm. Well, I have to admit, I don't know if it's Canada wide, but I do know in my province, there is a ban on plastic grocery bags.
Oh, yeah, they pulled that here too.
And I don't know how many years it's been now, but eventually you finally adapt. Um, but the thing is, I often felt like, okay, so first of all, they encouraged you to reuse your own
Oh,
bags.
oh, those nasty things that we used to carry back and forth. Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
reuse them and fine. So you go to the grocery store around, I think that ended in 2019 because, people could take their nasty germ ridden plastic grocery
Oh,
bags
where
back.
where your hamburgers dripped inside and then
Yeah.
you
And if you were
ugh.
smart, you have to wash these things out, and who does, right? It dries and there you go.
I know
And
you unload your groceries, stick the bags in another bag and for the next
right.
time. Yeah.
Right. And
Ugh.
then so after that, I think 2019 was basically the last time. Well, I don't know. It's been quite a long time since we used plastic grocery bags um, that the store would provide. However, at the time I would go, okay, this really makes sense. Yet you're, I could still bring in a small garbage bag, a white one, a
Yeah,
Glad, fill
yeah.
her up and take it home. So what's the difference?
Sling it over
Or
your
I'm
back.
filling up my garbage putting it in a plastic bag, and I'm sending it off to the garbage world. Um,
Yeah,
and
well, we had that, ban on plastic bags. It was a big kerfluffle, everybody was, flapping their arms and clutching their pearls, and it never happened. They say plastic bags were banned and outlawed. They were not. We hardly noticed any. Yeah, we all schlepped our bags and threw them on the counter to be packed up, but then you could get paper if
mhm.
you wanted for a dime. You could get you could buy reusable bags for like 50 cents, but plastic never, and now it's like nothing ever happened. The plastic
Well,
bags are in abundance. You get a plastic bag every time, and now they're thicker. So they even
wow.
take longer to break down in the landfill. So the
See,
bags they're offering now, like at the drugstore, CVS, they're the really thick bags, and they've got those little holes in the top for your fingers, those
right,
little handly thing. So, and then we still have the other plastic bags, and then we have the little thin, 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 thin bags for produce.
right.
But they're not
Yes.
big enough for any decent trash can unless it's a boudoir but
Mm-hmm.
I always reused my plastic bags. Always, always, always. They lined all my waste baskets, took the garbage out of like, yeah, so
Well, and there were some diehards that were upset with that because they were all for banning, the grocery bag. And they would get on their little soapbox, complete strangers, and they're, complaining to me and saying how it's bad for the environment and this and that. So we need to, um, they're not reusable really. Um, and I would say to them, well, no, I reuse mine. And they say, well, what for? And I'd say, well, lining trash cans. Well, they would just have a fit over that. And then I'd say to them, so what's the difference of buying a box of Glad trash bags?
right?
Not a
It
sponsor, by the
none of it
way.
made any sense, but here in California, it was a brand new somebody in office, big liars because they all lie. So, everybody new to office always wants to get a bill with their name on it, that's the big focus of
Mhm.
incoming politicians, "Get a bill with my name on it." So this hotshot wanted his name on this banned plastic bags bill, and I don't remember who he was or where he is now or what he's doing, but it was a big fail. We've got just as much plastic now as we ever had before, and it started with the Save a Tree thing.
Mhm. Okay, yeah.
Save a tree, you're killing forests by using plastic bags. So, it's all such bullshit. Everything
Well,
that we're forced to do, made to do, encouraged to do is just all such bullshit.
see, back then too, it was a save a tree because you're all the um paper bags. And
Mm.
I'm going, people, can you not see the bigger picture here? They're replanting what they cut. They're not just going in and just wiping out um
Yeah,
complete
and
forest.
leaving them fallow. Yeah, they reforest.
Yeah.
They
And
do seedlings and saplings and
right. And they're not just taking the entire state of, let's say, of Washington, obliterating the entire forests into, what would look like prairie land afterwards with a little hill, and
yeah.
leave it be. No, they're selective cutting. And
Yeah.
we're still getting paper. And the thing is, we're still getting paper boxes.
Oh, look at Amazon.
Oh, I was
Hello.
just gonna say, yeah, Amazon, they
Oh,
do a lot
I
of
have
paper.
had many box mountains in my life, And then
Mhm.
what a you know, flatten them out, break them down, tape them up, lug them out
Mhm.
to but it's just such bullshit. Okay, over in the chat real quick. Jonocide first up, everybody's favorite little brother.
Oh,
Jonocide's out.
hello.
He's out running errands. Thanks for popping in and making yourself seen.
Yeah.
Sid Vitch. Hey, Sid Vitch. It's been a minute, honey.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. And the Mudbrooker says, shouldn't you have sent those cast iron critters to me by now? Mudbrooker, I I can't pay the postage. These little fuckers are heavy. They're there's the entire array on my header up there. You know, it shows all the but if hey, honey, if you will pay postage, I would happily send them to you, but I can't afford the postage. But they're yours if you want them. But I can weigh them, and I don't know what postage is now per ounce. God, I used to do lots of shipping and receiving
Mm.
and all that stuff, so I haven't shipped anything, but yeah, well, let's Mud, if you really want them, I would I've got a box and stuff, yeah, if you can do postage, I would happily do that. Okay, Mudbroker says, "Plastic does nothing in a landfill but take up space.
Mhm.
It's inert. Things biodegrading is what causes methane gas." Well, I make methane gas, and I didn't need any plastic. And gas emissions and leach contaminating groundwater. B but you know what? Any gardeners out there, if you've ever kept potting soil in a plastic bag,
Mhm.
potting soil will eat right through that shit. Plastic does degrade. It degrades into, I'm sure, like, little fluffy microscopic plastic thing, but it does it, like, dissolves into probably something deadly for the soil. But, yeah,
Well,
I have a
I was
PayPal.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, just like, mud and, as well, living out in the country, um, I find that all my boxes, I can break them down, but then I can put them out in my garden, and build, like,
Oh,
because like, I've got a bunch, I'm going to be going out there, um, and then lay it down as weed control and grass control out in my garden area.
okay.
And then they can also serve at the bottom of a new, garden bed, um, as as the first, weed barrier.
Yeah,
Um, and then, yeah, so I can do that. Plastic, no. Um,
right. Yeah,
it,
plastic will be a barrier,
well,
but
it
it
will
won't,
too.
enrich the soil like cardboard would.
Right.
You can make your own soil with cardboard and table scraps and
Mm-hmm.
weeds and more cardboard and more
Mm.
the food forest permaculture guy, Howie, food forest,
Yes.
it tells you exactly how to make your own garden soil, and it's just a layer of brown, layer of green, layer of brown,
Mhm.
layer of green, and you don't even have to turn it over. It
I
just, like,
think,
breaks down.
and don't you wet it? Like you have to wet it a little bit too,
Well,
right?
the elements, yeah, and the schmutz from the, table scraps and garbage,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
coffee grounds and banana peels, all that stuff, apple
Mm-hmm.
cores. Yeah, so and I wanna do that up at my daughter's place so bad because they have, like, naked it's like an empty canvas. Yeah. Okay, so Mudbrook, I will figure out the shipping. I think my neighbor has a scale, and then I'll weigh it, and then I'll figure it out, and then I'll tell you I'll ship these puppies off. Thank you for taking them. I'm still winnowing. I'm still, trying to get rid of all my stuff from my life, and
Mhm.
yeah, so but I did reach a point where one of my closets, I can see the back of it now.
Wow, good
I
for
know
you.
because I've been, like, dumping my stuff on the Jetsons, Mr. and Mrs. Jetson, and they trade me, uh, the Lord's lettuce for it, but I've dumped a whole in fact, they might one of the Mrs. Jetson might call because, she all these years I've been doing this at noon on Sundays, she forgets every Sunday, and she will call me at noon around noon on Sundays. "Hi, what you doing?" "Well, I'm live." Oh, I didn't know." "Yeah, every Sunday." "Oh." But I'm surprised she hasn't called yet. Hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, she only
Yeah.
calls when Mr. Jetson leaves, 'cause
Ah.
I don't think she's allowed to have any friends.
Oh.
It's that kind of a sitch
Yeah.
over there, and if she does have friends, he works on alienating it, and, he's working on me. It might work.
Goodness. Yeah. Some of these, it's funny, like how relationships used to be, um, back in the day compared to nowadays.
Mm, yeah, mores are a little shifted and stuff, but
I
I
mean,
don't
it's still out there. There are those mindsets like a Mr. Jetson and a Mrs. Jetson still out there, but it, nowadays it's more or less a case of, oh yeah, well you can just go take a walk, buddy. I'm not putting up with this.
yeah, well, that requires a certain measure of autonomy.
And the thing is, it's more acceptable now.
Yeah. Yeah, "Hey, this isn't working." Yeah, work
Well, back in the day, if a couple were married, it didn't matter which one was the aggressor. They sort of felt the need that they had to stay because of you know, being judged.
and judge and religious reasons and
Hmm.
all that stuff, "Hey, get out of my business." Yeah.
And now, but mind you, they didn't have the social services that they have now to help you. Like it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm out of here. See ya. And they can go off and seek temporary help.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah,
people aren't going to judge. Your friends, well, if they do judge, then they weren't your friends. And but family, friends, everybody, it's different
yeah, it
in,
is.
in some in some aspects. It is now, mind you, the psychology of staying in an abusive relationship hasn't changed. It
Right.
takes a while for people to pull out of those if
Yeah.
they ever, when they do, but it's not like it was 50, 60 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's evolved and changed for the
It
better.
has.
Okay, Sid Vitch over there, I don't know. Okay, Sid Vitch says, "Put some golden water on the cardboard." Yeah, that works. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, okay, Sid Vitch says, 318 houses, a flock of shelter, 1011 pain pills, 14 7 closet, 23 bandana is in one of my text docs from a granny stream. I think it was a game. Did I can't remember ever doing a game. I don't
Huh.
I don't uh, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I've been talking about, we've got all of our artwork lined up and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff in the proper formats and pixels and all that stuff. And so I've been, trying to get a merch store established. And a, okay, a coffee mug. I think we're only going to do white. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, maybe a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, maybe choice of colors with a small, and then maybe a hoodie. But maybe a baseball cap with the Robin and Cat logo. But
Yeah.
what I've been looking for, and I cannot find it, is an ashtray.
Huh.
Yeah, I am looking for an
Wow.
ashtray. Remember when even McDonald's hamburgers had ashtrays?
Right.
Hilton, hotels had their ashtrays. Days Inn, Motel 6, branded ashtrays. You cannot get a branded ashtray anywhere. I looked, and the only way we can get branded ashtrays is if we order a bunch of them
Okay.
and then we mail them out from our house. No, 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 I can't afford shipping.
Oh,
As
oh my God.
illustrated earlier in this, but, you have to buy, like, restaurant quantities or hotel quantities
Um,
of ashtrays if you want a branded ashtray.
no.
I'm gonna petition Teespring. What about all of us people who smoke other things? Perhaps,
Right? You're right. It's been a long time since you see um branded ashtrays
or any ashtrays.
or any
As a
ash. Yeah,
matter of fact, we used to make ashtrays for our parents in craft class in 3rd grade.
exactly. The standard ashtray out of clay.
If it
Yeah.
wasn't your handprint in a slab of clay, you made an
Hmm.
ashtray. That's
Right.
that's what, and, we'd glaze them, and they would be the most hideous things. Our parents kept them forever till somebody dropped it, and then it was over. Then you could draw on the sidewalk with it. But, okay, wait a minute, Sid Vich. Okay, that's when Maggie was on, and she pulled cards.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, those days, the card pulling. Boy, that goes back. Sid Vich, you've been around a while. Bless your heart,
Mhm.
sweetheart. Thank you. Okay, so I wonder if Maggie would ever wanna come in and do that again. I'll ask Maggie if yeah, I think we'd be open to a card drop if she's up to it, maybe for old time's sake.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
yeah, okay, Sid Vitch says, "How about a UFO burger? Bismuth magnesium bun."
Oh.
There's your digestive aid. Charred graphene burger with Corbel sauce and S4 reduction.
Oh wow.
Okay, that will give you the shits and cures at the same time.
And maybe glow in the dark too. You never know.
Your poop would glow in the dark, I would
Oh, for
imagine.
sure.
Yeah, go to the bathroom in the dark. Don't turn on the light and see what you get, especially when you flush. Fireworks in the
Uh,
in the commode. But anyway, so I think I'm just gonna abandon the idea of a branded ashtray and just order stuff up so you guys can get a coffee mug with
yeah,
a robin and cat, or a T-shirt or a baseball cap.
yeah. Oh, I'd start with the coffee mug and see how it goes.
Yeah, I have a Grampy Lobster coffee mug.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's white. I think that's all. He only offered white. So, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna start, um, with a coffee mug. So,
Yeah.
that's gonna be our first item in the merch store, if you guys want a Robin and Cat coffee mug. I don't know what the pricing, um, we don't want them too expensive, but then we wanna make a little something to split too.
Yeah, well, the thing is, yeah, that's the problem, the pricing.
I know,
Yeah.
because, the manufacturing guys get the biggest cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but we wanna get a little something too.
Well, I'd keep looking into that, because also they would want the cut because if they're going to be drop shipping it as well, that's going to cost money.
Yeah, well, they always drop ship.
Okay, so that's included in the price of the mug,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
think. Well, I'll investigate more. I'll give up my ashtray quest and just go with the mug, and I'll try to make it as friendly as I can for you guys.
well,
But
hey, Robin, you're a crafter as well. You've proved it to me. Um, just go get yourself some clay and fashion your own ashtrays.
and in fact, yeah, well, you know what? I could do a prototype because my son-in-law and his friend have a 3D printer, uh,
Oh,
but that's plastic.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could get a production company to do, uh if I would make an ashtray template. Yeah. Huh.
Oh, I'm sure they have one. Out there. I don't know.
Uh,
Um,
I don't know, but yeah, even plastic ashtrays, okay, can't get ceramic. Plastic, okay, plastic ashtrays are cheaper, I think for us it would cost $1.50, and then you charge, what, 4 or $5 but you still minimum 100. You can't do
yeah.
eaches. Yeah, one thing about Teespring merch stores, they do eaches. Yeah, they'll
Oh.
fulfill each order individually as it comes in.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't have to buy any inventory, but I don't want inventory. I had
See,
inventory back with Maggie when I ordered that assload of granny pins. Holy shit, I still have a couple of little drawers full of those in my secretary thing.
wow.
It's funny, I'll take a handful and stick them in my purse. They're still in these little plastic little pouches. So I'll take a handful, and every time I take an Uber to a doctor's appointment, I'll drop a couple in the back seat. I'll
Oh
drop
my goodness.
granny pins. And yeah, I leave them here and there, go out with friends. I'll say, I'll like throw them on the table and oh, these are cute. What's that? Well, it's nothing anymore, but have one. Put them because a lot. I collect pins. I have um, one of those bucket hats, fisherman's
Mhm.
hat, and every single pin I've ever gotten is stuck on this bucket hat. So it probably weighs about a pound.
Wow.
But yeah, people, nobody's ever turned one down. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Jetson did. When I first got the pins order, we were doing our little exchange, with
Yeah.
the Jetsons. And so I sent a couple of granny pins, a big one, a small one, over with Mr. Jetson and
Mhm.
so uh, the next time he came over, he brought them back. And I said, "What? Those were for Paula?" He says, "Oh, well, no, she doesn't need them." They had no idea what that it was like this special deal. It's a brand. Your neighbor has a YouTube channel. Blah blah blah. No, it was just they're determined to be totally unimpressed by anything.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, um,
Yeah, well, yeah,
yeah. So
people.
what do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk? Should we? eh, Hmm.
I don't know. First of all, oh my God, the YouTube streets in the last week or so have really been blowing up. I mean, there's
Oh
been so
dear.
much weirdness, more cannibalism in a sense. I'm, it, I watch it. I watch some reaction channels that used to be true crime. Then they started focusing on one individual who did the same, but she started turning hers into a drama channel, hence a crama channel. And she's basically grifting off her channels now and flat out grifting. So they now are calling her out on a daily basis. And that's fine. And then the other community, of course, is the locale community. Um,
Oh.
there's a couple of channels that are active right now, and instead of being a reaction channel to the locales, they've switched it around, and now they are reacting to each other
I
and having arguments and disagreements, and then other channels have jumped in to help expose the two that are in-house fighting. And I'm
oh,
going, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh, what kind of shift in the universe is going on here?
right,
This is
yeah,
insane.
there are ripples in the pond scum.
And then
Um,
those that are there's one true crime channel that was out there religiously in front of Nancy Guthrie's house during her case, well, which is still ongoing. He's now been called out for in real life situation. And then another channel was reporting on that because it blew up all over the internet. And everybody's now talking about that. And they forgot about poor Nancy Guthrie missing,
Yeah.
84-year-old missing out of her home. Thank you very much. And they're focused on what this guy did in the past and
Yeah,
the
it's
near
all
past.
about clout chasing. I want a little bit of the spotlight for
And
myself.
so now the other creator who called him out, other people have jumped in and said, hold on a second. You have a checkered past too, buddy. So now they're calling that out. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell? I ran out of popcorn. I
Yeah.
like, I just, what's going on out there?
Yeah, Sid Bitch says it's just the internet. Don't worry about it. It'll be
I know, but
constant.
it's really bizarre. I'm wondering if this is one of those um 5-year cycles. I mean,
Yeah.
they do their content when they're intended to do, and then not all of them. A lot of them, I give them credit. They stick with it. They stick to what I call the script. They're out there. They're constant. Okay, for instance, our favorite Lowell's cows, Jason and Shani. There
Yeah.
are people out there that just focus on them, laugh, call it a day, and their stream. Life goes on. Then there's other people that had done that, but now they're butting heads behind the scene, going real life on each other and creating content of that instead of what they originally intended to do. So hats off to those that can carry on, do their intended streams of why they're here, log off for the day, you know, but
Yeah.
I think
It,
it's a cycle. It's got to be one of those 5-year cycles where it sort of self weeds out those who
yeah.
have all intentions of, being a reaction channel versus those that are just in it for attention.
Yeah, and paying too much attention to what maybe a competition channel's doing, and then
That's what they're doing. You're absolutely right because right now, even in the true crime community, these people that are going after each other now and trying to stir up real life dirt on people,
yeah,
it's a competition. Why can't they all go out when in the past they didn't even really they've gone out in real life looking for said missing people that they were reporting on. Some of them did when they got there, they didn't really interact with the other ones that were there. And I'm like, you're all invested in doing the same thing. Why can't you all be friendly?
yeah, it's
But
that
you're right, it's
that
the competition.
yeah, pick me, I'm more important. I'm the main character here, never mind that guy over there doing the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm the bigger channel, but you know what? At the end of the day, what it is, it's all about subs, it's all about likes, the algorithm, and their big ass paycheck.
yeah, and it can change in a heartbeat
Well, this
because
is it.
audiences are fickle. There is no real loyalty. You have to keep enriching the experience and making it better and better because loyalty, screw that. There is no such thing, really.
Mhm, mhm.
Sid Vitch says this is why, because the internet is unruly and the government can't handle it, so they'll just stop it. Right? At a certain point, the plug's gonna be pulled, I think. You know,
Well, the thing is too, I think YouTube over the years has been changing and with their policies as well because there are some things that these creators are doing that are against terms of service.
especially the self-harm, and self-harm can be done in many, many different ways.
Right. And so there are some reaction channels that have been going after the one person who's a flat out grifter, she should not be on the internet. Why she's still, or she shouldn't be on YouTube. Why she's still there is beyond me. But that's the one that took it real life, sent them restraining orders, sent them what else? Paperwork to appear in court,
Uh-uh.
and stuff like that. And that is all no-nos with YouTube. These people, a couple of them, well, one lost their channel. One of their friends, YouTube friends, decided, you know what? They lost their channel. I'm leaving YouTube as well. They all went over to a different platform.
Yeah.
And so they're leaving YouTube. I guess I don't know what their reasoning is to take a stand, or support. I don't know. Good on them. I'm so bored with all this day in and day out of whining and complaining about the one major troublemaker that should be off YouTube. But I choose not to watch it. So I usually just go, okay, whatever. Y'all do you. I'm done. Um, and that's another thing, this online grifting using YouTube for your grifts.
Yeah. Oh,
And
well,
we know two sets of lol cows that do that already.
yeah.
They're low key, mind you.
Yeah. Hey, we're doing it. I'm doing it. Although,
In
yeah,
a different way.
yeah, a
I mean,
grift. It's well, we're just we're begging for money.
well, no, it's not like it's all of a sudden it's like, oh my God. Robin says one day, oh my God, my laptop is on its last legs, and da
Oh,
da da. The big song and dance and soppy story, and next thing you know, you're getting flooded with super chats or PayPal or whatever, and then the next 3 or 4 months down the road, oh my God, this went on me, blah, blah, blah. You're not doing that. And
yeah,
the rest of the people on YouTube, majority of them are just creating their content, putting it out there. Yes, they do get super chats. Yes, they do get other ways. Like, it's put out there. You can fund if you want. You don't have to. It's not expected. But some of these people more or less say, they sort of push it that it's expected.
yeah,
And well, hey, we know somebody that's sitting in a car
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Sounds like stinky.
Hmm.
Smells like Von Helton.
Hmm. It's like, for God's sakes, at least put some effort out into it. I want to see you on a street corner selling chewed pencils with Sharpie.
Right. Yeah. So now I guess where was Von? Was it Kick or where was it? Where
No,
was Von?
uh,
And where Twitch,
TikTok. He's on TikTok.
TikTok or what? Where people just randos can come on and challenge you and say awful things. Anyway, people were coming at Vaughn, and Vaughn thought, "Gee, here's an opportunity for me to find a sugar mama or a sugar." So he's telling this Nigerian that he's looking for a place to live and uh, somebody to stay with, and so this person from Nigeria is asking him all these questions, like, and Vaughn's falling for it, telling him
Oh,
all his problems. "Yeah, I really need some help here. I'm living in my car. I'm not homeless, but I'm living in my car." And so he's I don't know if he was banned from YouTube or if I don't know what's up with Vaughn, but anyway, the last time I saw him, his skin is like yellow. Speaking of that, Rev,
mm-hmm.
Jason,
Yeah.
his eyeballs are yellow.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if he's got the hep or liver disease.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Yeah,
that.
there's that.
Mm.
And but both Rev and Vaughn are looking kinda yellow, but Rev,
Mm.
yeah, Yeah, Revelina, Revelation News, Jason Egroff
Mhm.
looks yellow. And
Well, I
yeah,
find it frustrating. Um, those three individuals, we live in the Western world. There's resources
yeah.
for,
Well, yeah, but in order to be eligible for those resources, there has to be a measure of compliance.
true. That's
And
why there's a lot of people out on the streets, I guess.
yeah. Oh, wait, Sid Vitch, Joe from the Carolinas. I remember Joe from the Carolinas. Boy, he was the first YouTuber, a successful YouTuber that I ever paid attention to.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he used to, from what I understand, he used to like revenue share with his mods and all that stuff. He set the model, but then whatever happened to him? Did he die?
Hmm.
Can't remember what happened to Joe, but I remember liking the guy.
Mhm.
Way, way, way.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
So, what is
yes.
your thoughts about Shani going back into the hospital for what, a day or two, and then coming back out?
Well, pretty soon I imagine she's in a database now for hospital seeking, emergency services seeking, pill seeking. You
Mhm.
can't just show up at a hospital and say, "Oh, my back hurts because it's cold out there," and get a bed. She's treating it like a hotel.
Well, what was this? I didn't really get any of the information about this last visit. Like, yeah, she couldn't walk, so she had to go back.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he was walking her to a campsite I guess it's pretty rough terrain
Mhm.
where they are, it's around a bridge and
Mhm.
factories and stuff. So and she can't really navigate because it's up and down these little hillocks and stuff.
But i- park yourself in that area and every day walk a little bit more and a little bit more. Do your own, workout, and she'll eventually be able to walk around on those streets. She's a
Yeah.
princess. She doesn't want that. Just like Rev said, gone are the days that she can sit inside a house on a couch and just stream all day long.
Yeah, with all of her schmutz around her and
Yeah.
her, yeah, bibs and bobs and bleh.
So now that she's in this database, are they going to turn her away?
I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm sure,
well,
because
might be.
she's
Yeah.
been in there, what, 4 times? 5 times? 4
Oh,
times.
really?
Yeah, and Rev says, "Well, she just can't handle being homeless. She's just not made for being homeless. She's back in the hospital again because she can't handle being living out here rough." Well, duh, incentive to go get a job maybe.
Well, the thing is, too, notice every time she's away from him, he seems a lot more
He
normal.
talks like he's got, 2 marbles.
Mhm.
He talks like he's making more sense.
And
He's
then,
But then as
well,
soon as she's around, he goes, "That's right. That's right, Channy. That's right, Channy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right, Channy." Over in a little tiny boy voice.
it's like that Bugs Bunny cartoon where there was that big dog and the little dog, and the little dog was constantly running around the big dog
Oh,
and
yeah.
saying, "Oh, that's right." I forget the dog's name, Butch or something, I don't know. And he was always constantly running around the big one. That's exactly those 2.
That's exactly those 2. The big sheepdog and the little bulldog, the little feisty bulldog.
Yeah.
Except Rev's not feisty, but he does orbit around Shanny,
And
simpering.
physically, his face, when she first went back into the hospital, after a few days, his face, he even looked better. When she
Yeah.
comes back, his face, looks so different.
It's like it sags. It's like he loses all the muscle tone and goes
Right.
slack.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, Sid Fitch says that there's, Joe from the Carolinas got doxxed by Corey Good. Okay, I'm sorta remembering that they made him lose his work.
Oh, dear.
Uh, that's yeah, I wonder what he's doing now. Wonder if he's changed his name and he's being somebody else. I hope so. I liked that guy.
Mhm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, oh, well. But, huh, I'm kind of running out of steam, and I'm so surprised that Mrs. Jetson hasn't called. Mr. Jetson must still be at home.
Ah.
Mm, and I did make them an offer that I hoped they couldn't refuse, but apparently they can.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, well, there you
Uh,
go.
well,
Eh,
she's probably embarrassed.
I doubt it. I think he's feeling,
Oh.
uh, like he's got a big hard on because he's the man of the neighborhood. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, oh, yeah, this is a piece of work, fellow. But, I like the usury of the whole thing, it's sort of a symbiotic relationship. Don't have to like
Mhm.
'em to
Well,
do business.
yeah.
They
So,
probably feel
oh
the
my
same way
goodness.
about me.
Well, and I was just gonna say, did you catch a glimpse of the vampire, um, on Rev's, channel?
Ye Oh,
Uh,
the one that, yeah, that Shani was flirting with instantly.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah.
It's like as soon as and it was a nice looking guy,
He
but he's
was.
homeless, so there's something sinister going on there,
Well, yeah, he's in his 20s apparently, according to them, and he's available.
and
So
he's
it's like,
and you could tell that she wanted to bonk him.
right, you could tell he was uncomfortable.
And then even Rev said, "Oh, the trolls are gonna say you've got a crush on him." Well, even Rev could see her light up.
You
I mean,
know,
she was practically radioactive, coming on to that guy.
it would be fun to see what goes on when the camera's not rolling.
God, how embarrassing. God, I get embarrassed for them just watching what they're willing to show,
Right? Yeah.
but I can't even and where does she go to the bathroom? Oh, I'll bet that's another thing.
That ran through my mind. That
You
would be
know,
interesting.
yeah, she's gotta use the loo, and I can't see her cup in a squat behind the saplings, you know?
And do
So
you think, when G-Man was out there in that, what was it, an old train station that was abandoned? Do
yeah.
you think they were holed up inside? Because he heard their voices.
He said he thought he heard their voices, but they were not there at that time. I guess they move from place to place, whatever is open. They've got this little system. They go into the shelter during these hours, and then they can then they have to go spend time away from the shelter. So, but then on the last one, when that hot guy that Shanny wanted to bonk was on, they said they invited G-Man to come back. And Rev said, "G-Man, come on, find me, meet us at Sheets,
Mhm.
and we'll talk." So I don't know if that's happening today. I think that's happening today.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, Sid Vich says, "Too much info. See you later." Oh, Sid, I'm sorry.
aw,
I don't know what was too much info. Probably
the
talking about
bathroom.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, behind
Yeah.
the saplings. Yeah, that is not a pretty visual.
Well, right now, I don't think there's many leaves out on the trees either.
I know, even turning sideways, you wouldn't be able to hide behind
Well,
a
maybe Rev could.
a mighty oak.
Yeah, mind you, he's been filling out a little bit, unless it's just his clothes. Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no, they do. make me ask questions in a sense. Like she's wearing eyeshadow. So is she sporting that in a purse or a backpack?
I wonder
Um,
because yeah, that I wonder if there's gotta be other women or at least a fellow who wears makeup. So maybe she got it from another inmate.
and then you know how she was so addicted to all her stuff. Um, yeah, what is she carrying around with her? You don't see backpacks on them.
Yeah, I guess not. I thought I remembered a strap, but no, really, no.
And Jason, I've seen him in 3 different coats already.
And they look sort of new.
And not that he's worn it and got rid of it. It's reappeared.
Huh. I wonder if they just swap and all trade with each other. Wonder if they do that with shoes.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's that's interesting. Yeah. But oh well. It's
Hmm,
I think this is it for them. I will be shocked if they actually find a place. Um they're
yeah,
good for now till fall anyways, outside. And like I said, she could easily okay, park herself at a camp, get up and walk a little bit every day, several times a day, build her stamina up.
yeah. Well, if
Yeah.
a logical person, would have that
Well, but then
approach.
there's Shannon, she's so self-entitled and
Yeah, so the services run out after a while. They're finite.
mhm.
And at a certain point, they're going to demand that you help yourself out and either do a what work training. I don't know how it's set up there where they are, but here in my where I live in California, particularly Los Angeles, you can get services, all kinds of services, but ultimately you're going to have to participate in helping yourself. Yeah.
Okay, and see, they proved in the past that they can't do that because they move into Uncle Tommy's house um and gave the impression that this is what they were going to do and they never did it.
Yeah. As soon as we get jobs,
Mhm.
that's been, this constant refrain. As soon as we get jobs, well,
Yeah.
neither one of them ever have any intention
No,
of
God
of
bless Uncle Tommy. He's letting us stay here until we get back on our feet. That was the original story.
yeah, and then, how are you gonna get back on your feet? "Oh, well, donations." What are they thinking?
Right?
Yeah. Huh.
But even then, I even question it's like, where's all your clothes coming from and everything else that you're getting while you were sitting in that house? They were getting a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Um, him I could see going out and getting things, but her, no, she wasn't that we're aware of.
Yeah, well,
You know what?
deliveries.
2 big scammers. That's basically what it boils down to. They're scamming.
They're scamming. Yep,
And then with Vaughn too, like how do we know for a fact that he lives in that car? I'm sure he does.
I'm sure he does.
You
Yeah.
know, um,
Yeah, but
because
boy,
he's
he's
got the
he's he's gotta be just rotting from the inside.
oh, you know how the new term is bed rotting?
Oh, is
Where
that
you just
new?
yeah, it's where you just lay in bed all day and you eat and you read and you watch TV and you just don't do anything but do that. That's bed rotting.
Yeah,
That's the latest thing. I don't know.
yeah, well, he's
Or
car rotting.
term. Well, he's car rotting.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But
Yeah,
if he didn't have Sharpie, He could probably get one of those real cheap divey motel rooms that come with a little kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, well, some of those places will even take a dog, they're so bad.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see because you don't even hear from J Dubs anymore.
I know, and I haven't heard of anybody seeing him on any other channels
Yeah.
either. He was such a big deal in Vaughn's life.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I know he would love for Vaughn to come back to New Jersey, but,
Yeah.
yeah, I still think I hope he comes to California. I hope he does, because it'll be
Oh,
both a blessing and a curse because he will be able to get services here. Even
yes.
even just if he hasn't been in town 10 minutes, he would be eligible for services, immediate emergency money, emergency food, all that stuff. So I think, he'll probably attempt that, but then things get rough because that doesn't last forever.
Okay, what beach was it? Venice, that Daisy?
Oh, yeah, Venice Beach. Oh, he could go visit Daisy.
Oh, she would really be helpful and enlightening.
Oh, and she would give him, like, a full body massage and everything right out there on the boardwalk.
Oh man,
She's
that
done that.
that
We
might do him in.
Oh, Lord, he would have thought he died and gone to heaven if Daisy you guys look her up, Daisy
Okay.
something of Venice Beach. All you have to do is type in that phrase, Daisy of Venice Beach, and see this girl. She's really, truly wealthy, um,
Yes,
a good
comes from
family.
a yeah, oh yeah, very
Yeah,
good family.
yeah, and she really does she doesn't live on the streets of Venice. She doesn't
No,
live she has an apartment
yeah.
and a boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
a a fairly liberal-minded chap, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, she's not hard up. That's why she can have these perky giant boobolas and a butt lift and pat
Mm-hmm.
all lips and all that. Yeah, she is a
Isn't
work of
she
art.
Daisy the Venice Beach healer or something like that?
The Venice Beach, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
oh, she.
she'll do mumbo jumbo all over you, and she'll crawl
Mhm.
all over you with her bare feet and walk on your back, and mm,
Vaughn would love that,
wouldn't he love that? That would be more contact with a woman than he's had in years.
right?
Oh, Vaughn, come out to Venice Beach. Come on, Vaughn. Oh God, I wouldn't donate any money because 'cause I'm broke, but, I'd be glued to that. I'd watch that. Somebody tip Vaughn off to Daisy, on the boardwalk at Venice Beach. Here
Oh, and
here.
other people and other creators have talked um, in their on their panels about um, Shani and Jason moving to Slab City. The little that I know of Slab City and documents or documentaries that I've seen, uh, they would go missing.
Well, is that in Pennsylvania?
No, Slab City out in is it California?
It
Um,
oh,
or yeah,
is that the slab city that's, in Central California?
it must be. It's like there's no city anymore. It's just all cement slabs and full of homeless
Because
people.
okay, I know of a slab city, or is it Planktown? A slab city near Harmony, California, near Morro Bay, Slab City, that's a pretty benign I don't know. I might be
It,
confused.
it was a town site or a small city that is non-existent,
That
and it's
went bust.
basically that barely any buildings. I don't think anymore, and it's all cement slab. What's left over from what used to be there, and it's all homeless, and they have their own internal. Oh, it's fascinating to watch um, when they did a documentary on it because documentary. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Too much Shani. Sorry. Um, and they have their own culture, their own laws, and everything else, and rules. And
It's like
yeah,
Skid Row.
oh yeah,
They have their
on
own
steroids.
mayors and governments and,
Yeah,
pol
and
yeah,
if Shani walked in there with her attitude, I think they'd
ooh,
be a statistic.
yeah, yeah, they would not be approaching it. Right, yeah.
So it's either Arizona. No, maybe it's in Nevada or California, but
I'm
it's
gonna
desert.
look it up
Yeah,
and see,
it's out in your end of the continent.
because
Um,
the only place I can think of, because, my late friend and I we had this big entrepreneurial thing going on. We had all these plans, and we were gonna make our own beer and
mhm.
call it Slabtown Brown.
Okay.
But that was the Slabtown, um, on the central. I gotta look it up. Maybe there's another one that's more infamous and tougher and awful.
Well, and people have said too, they've made the comments that it's okay to go during the day if you want to show up there on the outskirts of it. But you get this really weird vibe, and it's like you definitely, even if you were a newcomer and want to live there, you definitely um think twice about wanting to stay overnight there
Huh.
because of this internal culture and society that's going on.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna
Hmm.
educate myself. And you know what? We'd kicked around kind of the idea of maybe having a panel again, but, I just wasn't feeling it. I think both, Auntie C and I did our laundry.
Hmm.
Lucky duck, she has a washer, but she's gotta hang her clothes but I don't have a, so I've been doing hand wash for, 2 days. I did, so, I think I'm exhausted.
Oh yeah, I hear you too. Like even this past week, with everything that's just been going on in real life, the last couple of days have been so nice. It's been so calm and peaceful. And
Yeah.
all I'm going to mention about real life, only you'll understand. If you know, you know. I did get my phone is on do not disturb, and later on this morning, I noticed that somebody tried to call me. A certain individual tried to call me
Oh.
at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm going,
Uh,
dude, that's your problem. I'm I can't help you.
yeah, you
Um,
don't have the tools, you're not equipped, you don't have the
exactly.
credentials, it's above your pay scale.
Oh, definitely. It's like I don't know how these things work. And it has nothing to do with me. So it's like I've tried to help, but that was my big mistake right there.
Yeah, because there's no helping to be done. Somebody just
Mm.
wants a sounding board. Let them talk to themselves in the mirror.
They have a sounding board. They live with a sounding board,
Boy, some people want everything.
right?
Right.
So after off and on all these different dramas online that I've been watching, which is fine, but when it comes to people that you encounter in real life, they start dumping their real life problems on you or try to involve you off even on the sidelines. I don't want even the sidelines.
Yeah, it's none of my business.
I
Not my
can turn it
business.
off with the internet. I can turn that off. They live in Pennsylvania or sitting in a car somewhere between Arizona and Jersey. I don't care. I can turn it off and go to bed. Or these other creators that are in-house fighting in Virginia Beach versus somewhere else, Florida, all that. Fine, I can turn it off. But and it's entertainment for me. Um, when it becomes a daily because it's somebody in real life, I
Uh,
don't want your drama. I've got my own drama. And I
And
don't have drama.
I want to choose my drama.
Exactly.
Don't
Have you
inflict.
which reminds me, I meant to ask you, I'm sure you've encountered this. Have you gone on a daily basis, like especially out in the workforce, and everything's fine in your world? You're upbeat, you're happy, and obviously it shows on you, right?
Mm,
You're upbeat, you're happy. Yeah, sure, we all have to pay our bills and this and that and da da da, the minor things. But overall, are we just give that image that all is right with the world with us. And then after a few days, all of a sudden somebody comes along and is jealous of that. And just for whatever reason, um, like a balloon, they just take out the pin and just try to deflate your balloon. Do you ever get
um,
that?
no,
Okay.
no.
So I
Probably
must,
because of the setting that I worked in.
oh, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the associates that I had, related to that and
Yeah. Okay.
circles of
Yeah.
friends.
See,
Yeah, way different.
I work with the public, but in a different aspect than when you worked with the public.
Yeah,
Yeah. And, because yeah, it would just be different. That makes sense. But I've noticed that it's funny because I've caught on to this and I'm going, wow, I look calm, I seem calm, life's going good, and that's what I'm projecting. And somebody comes along,
and they can't stand it.
right? And then
Yeah,
all of a sudden they just throw you throw you a curve and it's just like, whoa. And no, I've been noticing that. I'm going, okay, well, that's interesting. And then usually I'll say to myself after, oh, okay, well, obviously they've got some sort of issues, but you know what? You go back to your corner and you work on those because um, I realize what you just pulled off here, and I'm just gonna take a deep breath and carry on, and not let it
yeah,
get to me.
yeah, yeah, let it
But
roll off. Not your business. Not your business.
right,
What is
exactly.
it? What they think of you is not your business.
Yeah, and then when I go out and I'm in public working, that's my persona.
Yeah,
Partially, that's my persona. Um, but yeah, you have to be customer service orientated,
yeah, yeah,
but
and
yeah, no,
yeah,
it's
yeah. Never voice your opinions and all stuff.
right.
Well, okay. I gotta go put food away. I had lunch before I joined up, and now it's all cold on the stove, and I gotta stick it in the fridge because it was too good to waste. I wanna have it again, so I'm gonna end this anti-C,
Okie dokie.
this
And with the
Dairy Queen.
anti-C, if you know, you know. Oh, I should have put that underneath.
If you know, yeah. You g That's too funny. Okay, so you guys, the audience, thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get our mojo in high gear, and we're gonna have maybe we'll have a panel next week. So anybody
Yeah.
who would wanna come on and, act stupid, act a fool with us, uh, come on. Sorry, we're just such duds this time, but
Well, I think between the two of us this week, we're tired and we didn't really have a real topic.
yeah, because,
That's life. Life happens.
we're watching the cannibalism going on and the
There's
infighting
that.
and the jealousy and the incestuous icky stuff, and yeah, so we'll regroup and we'll be back stronger than ever. And
There
with
you go.
merch, we are going to have the merch store open. You can get a Robin and Cat coffee mug.
Hmm.
That's my goal, that I will happily report that next Sunday that the merch store is up and running.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
So,
Okay, everybody, let me see who's over in there. Okay, I think Sid Vitch left about an hour ago.
oh
Uh,
yeah, the
yeah,
poplar pooping. Yeah.
yeah, sorry, Sid. Okay, everybody, thank you again, Mudbrooker. I'm gonna check out to see how much postage is. I'm gonna box these things up and weigh them, and then I'll reach out to you. Okay, everybody, we're going to end this. Thanks, Kat.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks for coming, and we'll see